Welcome to my video. In this video, we're going to be learning how to do the cha-cha slide.
Bruh.
In this video, I'm going to be making a beat, and it's going to be featuring samples sent to me from my friends. So first off, I'd like to thank them. Dana, Dalton, Darnell, Logan, Joel, Brady, Tanner. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, we're just going to fool around in Ableton, and I'm going to try and make a beat. The rules of the samples were they had to be, about 10 seconds or something like that. There was no criteria on tempo, mode, key, mood, or anything like that. So they're super varied. Let's get into it. So I have an Ableton session loaded up now. Here is the criteria I'm setting for myself. The only sounds you're going to hear are going to be from the samples. So here's this little folder. It's called Friend Samples. So first things first, I bet you if we play them at the same time, they'll sound really bad. Yeah, they sound really, really bad when they are happening at the same time. I'm going to have Darnell's sample dictate kind of the rest of this song a little bit. So. Nice. All right. So Darnell's probably going to do all the heavy lifting in this song. So I'm kind of just messing around, seeing if I can get Darnell and Joel's samples to kind of mesh in a sort of cool way. What do we got so far? Dope. I like that. It's a little out of time, but I mean, it's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. All right. Alright, I'm going to cheat. I'm actually going to... I'm going to make a drum rack. Someone might think of that as cheating. I don't know. Who cares? I'm going to make a drum rack. And I'm going to put Dana and Tanner, and really, realistically, any other sounds that I like in the other samples, I'm going to put those in a drum rack. Which also helps get around the fact that I can only have 8 tracks. Can someone buy me Ableton Suite, Ableton 10 Suite? Let's see if we can get a kick and a snare out of this sample. It's really brutal. That kick is really not good. Let me show you the drum rack I've built. The snare, also from Tanner's iPhone clip. How did I get the snare to sound that decent? Sounds okay. I put a compressor. I filtered it. And I put this cool, it's called Noisy this preset. It's like the erosion plugin from Ableton. If I take it off, put it back on, sounds, like it's got chains on it or something. It sounds super cool. It sounds kind of stupid on its own, but in context. So then we got 2 kicks. This is the big boy, and that's the crunchy boy. Got a hi-hat. So this was made from Dana's sample. Just took the first kick and I filtered it and blah blah blah. Hi-hat was made from Dana's sample. I think I just took some random part of it, and then I put that erosion plugin with the snores preset and an EQ. Percussion from Dana's sample. Just a little clip with some filtering. Woo! Alright, I had to take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick water break.
Bruh. Bruh.
Right. I feel like I've spent copious amounts of time on this drum sound, but drums are important. Alright, we got another element in here. We got Dalton's sample. I just pitched it up. I kind of messed around with the rhythm of it and stuff, and I think it's really cool. I'll show you what it sounds like in context. I also put some reverb and some sidechain compression on it. I think that sounds really cool. I'll show you what it sounds like on its own. Figure out what key this is in. Alright, this is kind of cool. This is kind of like a pretty shoehorned way of doing a pre-chorus, but alright. Let's do some bass, baby. Alright, so I got a bass sound. I've just started to lay notes, but what that is Brady's trombone. I just caught a nice squawky kind of chunk of it. Filter it. Getting some harshness. Put a lot of drive, a little release. Nice. It's pretty grooving. That's good. That's pretty groovy.
Shake that.
Just had to take a washroom break. Add a little brass part. I want to do something really silly where I make Brady do a solo that he didn't do. really out of time. That's so fucking stupid. I'm gonna let you hear it. So, to recap. So the drums were made up of this. And I just used bits and pieces of that for kick, snare, hi-hat, as well as this. What's funny is, like, they're both really harsh, but Dana's audio is really kind of like deep fried and bassy, and Tanner's is like really shrill and kind of like, so they almost complement each other in a nice way as far as working with them and EQing them goes. Darnell's guitar is the kind of like, you know, entire song basically. Like, it dictated the tempo and the feel and stuff, and that sounds like this. And that's a really, really, really good sample. I like that a lot. It's really cool. Dalton's ambience came in really handy just to kind of like fill out some space. That's what it sounds like this. And I actually warped it in a way so that it actually plays a little melody. Joel's guitar came in handy. It filled out a lot of space, and I put this vibrato on it that I ended up really liking. So this is the original. Which is a really beautiful little slide guitar thing, little tambourine as well. I turned it into something kind of bizarre, so I'll let you hear it against Darnell's guitar. It's so Logan gave me this sample here. So I took the major and the minor chords that he's playing in that, like the kind of just like straight up without any extensions, and I put that in the drum rack. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. The entire pre-chorus is just Logan's guitar with some effects and repitched. And then finally, Brady's sample, which is this trombone part. Came in handy as well. In the chorus, I kind of pitched it a little bit, and I'll play it against the bass. So yeah, that's all me repitching it. It sounds pretty cheesy and pretty like MIDI, obviously, but I think it sounds really cool. And also, this bass right here is that trombone sample as well. If I take this off and the filter, that's a trombone.
Look at this dude.
This song's called Friends. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to Darnell, Dana, Tanner, Dalton, Logan, Joel, Brady for the samples. Thank you. Bye-bye.